Hello and welcome to this week's Property Box Weekly News. I'm Simon Evison. Now, a common question that is coming up a lot right now is, are house prices set to slow in 2016? Well, according to Halifax, the answer is yes, by around 4%. The culprits? Increased difficulty that young people have getting on the housing ladder and the prospect of interest rate rises next year. Growth is expected to slow more sharply in London than elsewhere, but all regions are still expected to experience price rises in 2016, which will be broadly in line with income growth. The report points out that levels of house building remain low, but improvements are expected over the medium term, and this would help to bring demand and supply into better balance, helping to constrain upward pressure on house prices. Halifax housing economist Martin Ellis states, "There is little reason to expect any fundamental shift in the key market drivers in the immediate future. As a result, the substantial imbalance between supply and demand is likely to persist, maintaining upward pressure on house prices in 2016. The gap between home repossessions in the north and south has closed by 80% since the recession, according to research by E.Serve Chartered Surveyors. On average, there were 1.1 repossessions per 1,000 households in the north in the first half of 2015 compared to 0.7 in the south. According to analysis of court-ordered repossessions in England and Wales, total home repossessions have declined by a staggering 45% year-on-year to reach 10,401 this year compared to just over 23,000 in 2014. 2015 has been a boom year for homeowners, as more than 75,000 properties are now worth over £1 million, as house prices continue pushing upwards, according to Zoopla. That's more than 200 a day since January. The increase in £1 million properties across the country takes the total number of property millionaires in Britain to over 620,000. Across the regions, Wales has the fewest £1 million properties at 1,404, while, not surprisingly, London has the most at over 380,000. Westminster was named as the London borough with the highest number of £1 million properties at over 50,000, followed by Kensington and Chelsea, which has just under 45,000. The East of England, Yorkshire and the Humber were the regions with the biggest percentage increases over the last year. Scotland, however, has seen a 4.5% fall over the last year, with the number now standing at 8,883. According to Zoopla, the number of homeowners whose property is worth £1 million or more has risen by 14% since January. Zoopla spokesman Lawrence Hall said, "It's interesting to see that areas such as the East of England and Yorkshire have seen bigger percentage rises in the number of property millionaires over the last 12 months compared with the South, which typically dominates each year." This will be the last weekly news before Christmas. We've had a wonderful year and we really appreciate all of your support. Have a fantastic Christmas and we look forward to seeing you in 2016. The gap between home repossessions, house repossession. The gap between home repossessions in the north and south has closed by 80% since the recession, according to research by, according to analysis. Look, what you do when you make the slightest, tiniest little mistake, you just go, I've made a mistake, oh, and I've made another. It's like this psychological dumb thing.